All right, so welcome to another episode, Sudden Change Pod. It's your boy Beans. We got Jay here. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Hey, draft season's almost on the way, so just getting ready for that, man.
Long time coming. Actually, before we get into league stuff, high school practice and all that stuff is underway. How you feeling about the upcoming season?
I'm okay. A lot of young guys, a lot of guys that aren't used to the varsity level, so a lot of teaching going on right now. But a couple starters coming back that played big roles in our playoff run last year. So they just, we had a good camp. We just finished up a 3-day camp with Derby. Um, our first time hitting this year because we had the whole situation in the off season with the head coach. So it kind of like threw us off for our summer program. So I
Yeah.
think these last 3 days helped. So now we just, keep flying into August, couple scrimmages later in the month, and then first game September 12th.
That's not a late start. Don't really start a little earlier than that.
Now like with how they do it, like OTAs training camp starts like August 18th. You got like a month. So um
Oh,
and it goes, yeah, everybody get a bye week. So it goes from like that first week, that second week of September to Thanksgiving.
gotcha. So you made the playoffs last year. Do you see a clear path to making it this year, or is it going to take a little work?
It's definitely gonna take a little work. We have some key out of conference games against Wyndham and Fairfield Ward. Wyndham made the playoffs with us in Double S last year. Fairfield Ward is the FCAT team. So those are, it's a litmus test to see where we're at. Last year we had the same thing. I think we ended up playing like Brookfield, who went undefeated, and I forget who else. So and Bethel, who was like 8-2, I think 7-3. So we definitely get tested out of conference, and in our league, I feel like we're still one of the better teams around in the Tech League. So we can get one or two, the odd conference. I like our chances in the league.
Nice. Well, good luck with that. Definitely gonna check that
Thanks, man.
schedule. Try
Yeah,
to make a game this year. No,
we
it's
we
good to
play
see
out in
you in your
Hartford.
element. Huh?
I remember last time when we played out in Hartford. We play out there this year too. I'll send it to you, but we play out that way again. Be out that way.
Gotcha. What's the well? That's not. I won't get into specifics, but I
Yeah.
actually up camera. So over the weekend we had our pump pass kick for draft order. What was your overall thoughts? It was nice to get everybody together pretty much within a short period of time. Like that's one of the things I appreciate about how we kind of put this thing together. Everybody is interested and we got it done quick.
That's what I was actually like most happy about. Like even though it was crazy, like the day cast didn't know where it was, but I just try to just be vocal and communicate, where we at, and then it got done within a 2-3 hour time span, like give or take, a couple guys coming from places, but like guys were busy already. We just got it in and got like I didn't expect five guys to be in that first session with you,
Yeah, me neither.
well, including myself, and then I ended up running into like Dub and Chance, and they came, and then finished off with Jay Green, Cheese, and Casey. So yeah, I'm happy of how it went, and then yeah, guys, they tried, and some guys actually surprised me.
So that was gonna be my next question. What about it surprised you? Was there anybody that did much better than you thought? Anybody that kind of didn't do as good? I know Cheese put in the comments he disappointed, so he knew what he did.
Yeah, because Cheese, like, he could do everything, but like, it ain't the best, but he just do a little bit of everything. So that's why I kind of gave Cheese an eye. Casey's just, what I mean, he's always gonna find a way to be at the cream of the crop. And then Dub actually surprised me. He had one of the better kicks. And I think him not like faltering on like his punts and throws, I think that actually catapulted him into. I think he was third, I believe. Yeah, he was behind me and you. So um, a lot of guys would have probably been up there. I think Los and John would have had better numbers with better kicks. They were right there. And then a 9 yard punt and 4 yard punt is going to kind of hurt when guys are throwing like a 25, 30 yard, 25, 30 yard, getting a 25, 30 yard kick.
Yeah, for me, Dub was kind of the only person that I didn't know how to gauge because like I've never played anything athletic with Dub, so I don't have any idea. Well, did he play sports in high school?
Yeah,
Like,
he's a football player in high school and
oh,
college,
okay.
but like
Oh,
that
college
ain't
too. I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah. He don't talk about it. He do other
Yeah,
things. So it's like I didn't think he cared too much. Like he just he's doing it for the sake of the league because that's what we got to
yeah.
do. But
No, I
he
appreciate
boomed that
that.
fo- he boomed that 48-yard kickoff. I'm like, oh, okay, like that already puts you in standing. So he had a good day.
Yeah, I was surprised when I seen the video, I never got to play with him like when we were doing the football because the week before I came out, he had torn his Achilles. So
He tore
we
his,
never,
yeah.
yeah.
And
So
then
we
once he
never
came
played.
back around, he tore his again. So yeah, and after that, he kind of just hung up the cleat. So
Yeah, I get it. I get
I
it.
was scared for him that day. I'm like, bro, yeah, like he just a mistake waiting to happen. So it's like, man, just get through today and then you done. Like,
Yeah. So that was the good part of Saturday, and then the not so good part of Saturday was the 10th place punishment was the lemonade stand. It was supposed to happen. It didn't happen. So I went to work. I thought it was happening while I was at work, and I came home to find out it didn't happen. So how did it end up not happening? And then what's the punishment going to be for that?
it ended up not happening because the kid just didn't do anything. Like he just didn't. He brought himself. He came with cheese. So I'm waiting for a stand. Like it was no lemonade. Like no even no powder. Like it was no water. No nothing. No lemons. No nothing. No jug. He came with himself. He came with his shoes. Um, but he's gonna pay for it. And the fine that we're gonna put down on him, he's gonna lose a 2025 fourth rounder, a 2025 13th rounder, and a 2026 seventh rounder. He doesn't know it yet, but if we could go live with this, he would. Yeah, it has to happen because we can't just let last place just coast into another draft. Like, man, you got to feel some pain from coming in last place, and that's not our fault. You could have handled it, plenty of different ways. So I don't feel too bad about that. You want to be in the league, you don't live here. That's not my problem. Like, that's not
Yeah,
my problem. So
I think going into it, of course, nobody expects to be last, so he had no reason to believe he would have to come here and do it. But that's how it goes.
he knew he was in last since December. So I
That's
mean,
facts. Yeah.
you had 8 months
Um,
to figure it out.
yeah. So do you think that punishment is enough to deter other people from skipping out on punishment moving forward?
It should, because it won't be the same standard. Like, oh, he got lost 3. No, like I feel like like I'm setting the standard with this, and if you're going forward, you're gonna do it. Like, everyone else is gonna suffer too. So, handle your duties. That's all.
Yeah. I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not quite surprised just because of
He
how
he
he.
he moves at a different pace. So we gotta we gotta reel in our hotheads. So like we gotta keep him under control. But now he will be. Actually, we'll post today, and he will be docked. So he can prepare for his draft in however fashion he has to.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my other question. When is he gonna find out about it? What do you think his reaction is gonna be?
He'll probably say he quit, or he's done, or he's out the league. He'll overreact, and then like typical Jay Green, but that's not our fault.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the draft order real quick. Let's see.
Oh, I got you off the top. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could. Uh,
Um, One is Chance, two is Los, three is Casey,
AC, I remember that one.
four is Jay Green, five is Dub, six Cheese, seven John, eight you, nine Check, me 10.
Gotcha. So, did everybody kind of pick where you thought they were going to be? I know.
I feel like the draft kind of fell almost how it was last year. A few tweaks in there, but like
Yeah,
same type of area, maybe one or two spots differently. Yeah, I know Casey was trying to avoid both Jordans, and he's literally got both Jordans right behind him. So I'm pretty sure everybody knew I was probably going 10. Um, Check going 9. I didn't. I thought it would be you or Check. I think you both like that, like 7 to 10 range. I feel like,
yeah,
um, and I told a lot of guys, I didn't say it to them. I was like, also be careful where you draft him because a lot of trades happen. So like, if you're giving up a pick and you like right behind the guy, that's what my fear was. With Casey was going to get 9 and I was 10, I gave up a fourth, so it have went like
back to
three,
back.
4, 5. Like it'd have been like 4 or 5 picks coming up the board.
Yeah,
So I think that space, in between, about 6 picks in between, it helps a lot.
yeah. It felt pretty much how I thought it would fall. It's going to be interesting. One person I wanted to get away from was Dub because he picked everybody I wanted last year, so that worked out for me. So Chance gets the number one pick. Speculation because he's such a homer that he'll take JJ. Do you think he really would do that though? At one?
He had JJ pick when I told me he had first pick. There's no. Yeah. his loyalty is his loyalty is deep. Um, it's Jettas, and he wouldn't think twice because he couldn't fathom to see Jettas do something else for somebody else, and knowing that's his team. Is we we're on pick two. Los is on the clock, like I said.
So I kind of feel the same thing about Los. I think there is a slight chance he wouldn't go Bark, but I think he's probably locked in at Bark too. What do you think?
I think he may go Chase. That's where I feel Los is at. He had his run with Bark, but I don't think Los is gonna like lean on that again because that production is kind of tough to do back to back seasons. Like you never know what could happen. He's a homer too, but at the same time, Los can he can go off the rails sometime. Not in a bad way. Like Los can take the pick that somebody's not thinking, and he can get production out of that guy. So I think he goes Chase, or you know what, he may go Bijan. Honestly, just looking at reports, I just how the rest of the month goes with camp too. I just feel like he's got a few guys on the board. Like who knows how he's feeling about Gibbs. Like Los is the one to be different. So I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised. I don't
yeah,
think he's a lock at anybody.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at Chase. Like if draft was today and I had number one, I would go Chase. So if he gets Chase, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Um, but that leads me to my question about like who would you take out of a couple guys? And I think we're kind of safe to talk about it because we're in the back half. I think all these guys will be gone before they get to us. So if you were
I was thinking about a couple guys, but yeah, I was
so
having nightmares already. So
and like I said, for your strategy, whatever you don't want to
yeah,
answer, that's cool. But
that's
I
fine.
think I assume Bijan, Gibbs, and Bark will be gone before definitely before 10. I can't imagine to make it to 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So what order would you, if he was you, what order would you draft those guys in? Who do you like the best?
Bijan, Gibbs, and Bark.
Bark, yeah.
Um, I think Bark is still one. Um, nothing to show like they regressed or anything. I think it goes Bark, Bijan, Gibbs, and I only put Bijan above Gibbs now because Ben Johnson's not there, so it'll give the uncertainty of the offense with everyone. And Bijan's coming into a system now with Penix at the helm, and I think the idea of it being more explosive, I think gives him the nod at two. But I think they're like Bark is one, and they're like 2A and 2B. Like it's just preference, schedules, buys, whatever plays into your draft strategy. I think they're pretty neck and neck with production.
I'd say the same. So for my work league, I got the draft order the other day. I got the second pick. So I think I'm either going to go Chase or Bark. But my concern with Bark is it's hard to judge if he can stay healthy for two full seasons because of what we saw with the Giants, but it's also a completely different situation with a much better offensive line. So do you think we can trust him for another healthy season?
That's what you got to just believe in. Like I feel like we haven't seen it, but it's like you just hope things are differently. You know, um, I can't even say like I trust it because like we haven't seen it. So it's tough, but it's like if they're going to be healthy like they were, they spread the ball around as well. Like it's going to be hard not to get yourself off of that Barkley pick.
Yeah, I'm struggling there. I'm hoping that somebody else goes first and I can just take Chase because, like I said, I love Chase first. I think they're just gonna
Yeah,
be hearing it out. So,
they're
um,
gonna have to. Yeah, and I just feel like there's not really like a clear cut. Like even though Bark is one, it's like the injury history gets you. So it's like I kind of got to let you guys sort that out, and then like I'll just see what falls. Like it's tough because like now you think about what if CMC is back to who he is? Like he's not going. He is not going in that top 7, 8 unless one of those other guys are going to fall. Like it's like what do you know what I mean? Like where do you put him? Like where does he fall? So it's a lot of things to think about. And then you got rookies involved. So like does a rookie pop in and take someone's spot in the top 10 because you want your rookie early and you got it. Like, I don't know. So,
yeah, I think that's what the one thing that makes it difficult to draft towards the back half is like you kind of get put in spots of like, oh, you got these guys left. Like last year when I went up to four because I wanted to make sure I got my guy. Now I'm gonna let the board play out. But that's the thing I've been looking at recently is like, C Mac might be there at 8, but do I want to take that chance with his injury history? And then you got other guys that do you want to throw Genty that early because you need a rookie? Do you got Amon Ra, you got Puka who hasn't like it's just so many options and you
like
don't want to
last
be
year,
wrong.
I just took a rookie at 10 because I knew I was going to take AJ on the back, right back at it. So it's
Yeah.
like I got my rookie and but I'm like, do I do that strategy again? Because I had a running back problem and like
Mm.
I felt I stumbled on a couple guys, but like I didn't really get the greatest running back production until like a couple drops at like I think I drafted like Achan and I forget who else, but it wasn't he got hurt. I ended up my season with like Chuba Hubbard, you know what I mean? So it's like
Who had
things
a good season?
happen. Yeah, but like that wasn't definitely someone that was on my draft radar. So yeah, a lot goes into him because like you could do a lot, especially if guys are falling. It's like, do I take him now or can I wait till he comes back around?
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
I got a
Can
lot to
you?
think about because I don't have a fourth. So yeah,
Oh, yes, you got a lot to think about.
that's that's a peak area to get like top notch talent. Like so,
Yeah,
we'll see,
that's
man.
if people are really thinking this through, that does definitely make a difference. Like for me being, well, in the fourth, it'd be coming back around, but to know you don't have that fourth and to think, okay, he's probably going to need to do this because he don't have a pick. So let me, it's a lot to think about. And the
Once
other
that rookie
part,
goes off the board, that once that rookie goes, man, it's like the chat seeing somebody die. It's I'm like, I need a rookie. Like, what's my board looking like? But
the rook,
um, I think, geez, I can hear now. Hey, get your rookie. Yeah, like I think that I think that plays a major role in our draft. Like that's why you can mock, but like you can't mock how Chance is thinking. Like
please,
you can't mock
please.
for that. You can't mock how Jay Green is like anxiety is kicking in. You just can't mock for it.
Yeah,
And
I
I
put
think
that in.
that's the beauty of drafting rookies like and having to start them as a flex.
Yeah, that's put in the chat the other day. I'm usually not the type, no matter who I draft next to, that gets really thrown off like my game. But that Keon pick in the third, I was like, what is happening right now?
And
So
that's and mind you, that's only because I took Marv at 10, but
yeah,
think about the rookies that was I didn't get Bowers until like I think the round after or like a couple rounds after that. Like
yeah,
I
it
still
was
got the
so
I
many
still
rookies
got
were
the
left.
I still got the post. I still got the board from last year. So maybe I'll post a little something from there. But yeah, man, it makes it a good time because you don't know what no one's thinking.
Yeah. And the other part that, as I'm trying to mock and think about my strategy, the part that frustrates me is that I do want to. Running back was they carried me even though I got mid round backs at Jones or
Hmm.
Connor. They played above where they should have last year, but I do need to make running back a priority. But if I go early with a running back, like if, hypothetically if I go Genty, I still got to start two other running backs because I got to put Genty in the flex, and I
Yeah,
don't like starting through. I don't like starting
unless
three
you
running
got like a
backs.
second, yeah, and unless you got another rookie
I would
somewhere,
have to have
like
two rookies, yeah. So
yeah,
having a
it's like
rookie in
that's
the
the chance you
flex,
take. Yeah.
yeah, having to put the rookie in the flex complicates it even more. So that just makes you
Especially if you're going at
think,
the top and it's like, yeah, I need a rookie, but it's like if I take a rookie with my first pick, he's got to be like he's going to be there all year pretty much, and it's
yeah,
like, yeah, and you're going to always need a second rookie because he's going to have
yeah,
a bye week, so it's like,
yeah. So it's a
hey
lot to
man,
think about. So we're in the camp. Let's transition over some things about camp. I know the whole saga with Parsons is going on. He's looking for the new deal. What's the status of that right now? How do you think it ends?
I just think it's just a lot of cat and mouse game, like who's who, a lot of ego, media, trying to tear down who's going to budge in negotiations, but. Jerry hasn't been talking to his agent, from what I know. It's just bad for business. I don't think they'll trade him, but then this league showing anybody can go. I've seen one of my favorite players get traded. So Micah, like everyone's got a price. I think if the deal is good, they'll do it. I don't know if he really wants to pay him. Like Micah's missed games, and they got a lot of money on the dock for a lot of players. Dak has got a hefty price tag, so.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a weird situation, but Jerry kind of does this with a lot of his players. So, do they get paid? More times than not. But CD went through the same thing. Dak had the same type of situation. So, but I think it's a little bit more back and forth with him and Micah. It's like a little pettiness going on. But hopefully he stays in Dallas. I think that's a great fit for him. But if
yeah.
not, all teams on deck is welcome to him. Like I mean, everybody needs that pass rush help.
Yeah. So with the way Jerry just runs that organization and some of the decisions he makes, do you think they'll ever legitimately be able to contend? They're always pretty good, but they're always a couple pieces away. Do you think that he's part of the problem, the way he runs
Yeah,
things?
he's in his own shadow. Like he's just got to, he doesn't want to step out the way because he's got to be the man that orchestrated them getting to there. So he couldn't see anyone else. That's why you kind of, Mike McCarthy had, he wasn't like the biggest voice, but like, I think he just needed someone that's gonna really like not step towards him, and he runs the show. So I don't know, man. Like they always had they've had the talent for the last, few so years, and they just can't get over the hump. And I don't know if that's just a Jerry thing or it's just stuck in them. Like, it's just like they just got a funk that they just can't get over. Because it's been 30 years since they've been in the Super Bowl. So, and they haven't been on NFC Championship game in so long. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, they feel a lot like he feels a lot like Al Davis, how he ran the Raiders into the ground a little bit because he just
Older
couldn't get
guy,
out his
but
own way.
they're probably around the same age. So it's like, you're stuck in your ways and no one can tell you anything because you signed the checks. So
Right.
what can you say?
Yeah. The other camp thing I want to talk about. So I was just reading about the Patriots and I want to say Commanders had a joint practice and Vrabel ended up getting bloodied in a scrum between the two teams. So one, what are your feelings on joint practices? Do you like them or do you not? And then two, as a player, to watch your coach be in the midst of it, what does that do for you? Like, does that make you want to ride for him even more?
Yeah, I mean, on that level, yeah, like coach turning up, like he's fighting for Drake May, or Drake May's about to get his ass whipped. You got to protect your quarterback too. So, man, I like Vrabel, man. Like it's something about
Well,
him. Like he just, it's like a coach I would want to play for. Like I didn't like him because he was Cheese's coach in Tennessee. We always had that we hate Tennessee, whatever. But man, he's the epitome of a coach that I would want to go to war for. Like I think he just brings that type of energy and aura to a organization. And I think things have changed for them. Like they won't be no pushovers, I tell you that, because that's not how he
agreed.
approaches the game. Yeah, I love it. Like I love joint practices too. I think I like them more than preseason games. 'Cause preseason games, you kind of
Mm,
like, you gotta the joint practices make you compete like at a higher level. You know what I mean? So that's where you get the best ball from guys because like the ones are playing, the two, everybody's playing. Like it's not, you play in a preseason game, like the starters probably won't play. So, it kind of loses its luster. But those joint practices, I think you get some of the best ball out of guys.
yeah, I think you definitely get a better challenge. I just know that there seems to always be like these big fights, these big brawls,
The
and
deuce is crazy. So you put me in camp from July to mid August, and then now you talking crazy to me on a hot day. I might slap the shit out you. Like I might, you're like, yo, like you stuck here all week. Like we reading playbooks. Like stop talking to me, man. Like camp is grueling. Like even doing it through like like college. Like yo, like you waking up, your days start at like 6 a.m. and you don't get to your room till about 9, 10 after meetings, and that's every day. Now you throwing a scrimmage and somebody talking, like I'm liable to slap the shit out you, man. Like that's just the nature of camp, though. Like anybody that's been through camp, like weather's hot, you're like it ain't nothing around. It's just you and your dude. Like I see you for 4 days in a row, or like it's like, yo, don't talk, like for real. Just like don't say that to me. Like for real. The guys, their families, come every so often, so you ain't really ain't around your family or nothing. So, bro, it's just you and your teammates. Like, and eventually somebody's gonna piss you off.
yeah, I definitely get that. Speaking of the Patriots, I feel like this is a question we ask every year about this player. In Buffalo, we ask, well, what do we expect
Uh,
from Diggs? And
I'm about to
what?
say, don't ask me about Ramondre. I thought
No,
you about
no,
to.
no, no.
Oh,
I think I was
you
gonna
know
say in
how I feel.
Buffalo, the end of his Buffalo tenure, we're like, where do you draft
Yo,
Diggs? He goes to Houston, like we don't know where to put Diggs. We now he's in New England. Where do you see him falling in terms of the better wide receivers in that system?
man, that's tough because it's like, is the New England offense better? Like you
Mm.
would think they should be. They got a little uplifting talent around them. A couple rookies, Kyle Williams and Trayvon Henderson. Um, Adding Diggs is like, a great guy in the slot, but like it's tough. Like you're gonna have to take a chance. Like you're gonna have to trust Drake, man. You're gonna have to trust Vrabel and the staff. I think who's the OC? Is it McDaniel again? Josh McDaniel's back over there. I believe
I
so.
think I could be wrong. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So it's like, is he back to himself? Is this, he could be one of the better OCs in the league. His issue's always been being a head coach.
Yeah,
Diggs is a football player. As long as he's healthy, I feel like Diggs could play anywhere. It's just, has he bought in or is he mad he's not getting the ball? Like, or team success. So I don't know. It'll be like a little rebuild because they're not, the favorites in the AFC East. But it's hard. Like it's going to be like, I trust what they're doing in a mid round pick, and I'm going to take Diggs.
Yeah, I mean, they better throwing the ball. You're gonna have Cardi coming up there talking to the coaches.
Hey, boy, they don't want that in New England.
Yeah, so lastly, let's jump to some early season award predictions and what you think might occur during the season. If we ask you today who you think would end up being MVP at the end of the year, everybody stays healthy, everything is normal, who would you take?
Joe Burrow.
Really?
Yeah, I just think they know they got to score, so
Yeah,
he about to. Yeah, it's just it is what it is. I think they got hot late last year, but they started so slow that they couldn't get to the playoffs. They would have got in, but the Chiefs sat on the last day, and the Broncos they ended up terrorizing. The Broncos ended up terrorizing the Chiefs because they had their backups in. But they did get hot. T had missed a few games early. The Chase was like had a hell of a year.
yeah,
And I think Chase Brown is a sleeper for a lot of guys. Like I think he played very well last year.
yeah,
And then now they bring in Noah Fant. Boy, hey, you better you better get your defense out there, get your offense ready.
yeah.
They're gonna have to probably score 40 or 50. And I don't know if every team can do that on like, a consistent basis. So
Nah, I think you're right. I'm not shocked that you said it. I'm shocked that I had the same answer. I didn't think that we would be
oh
thinking the
wow.
same. But I was
Yeah,
thinking like, yeah, they going if they make the playoffs, I think he'll be MVP because of what he'll have to do to get them there with how bad that defense is. And he can light it up at any time, like you said. Um,
definitely.
so yeah, Burrow is who I had. Who you have for rookie of the year?
Rookie of the year.
Offense or defense, however you want.
Off
Just pick
I
one.
th- I just think Travis Hunter, man. Like I just feel like what he's about to bring to the field on both sides of the ball, like he's doing it like in camp. I'm just like, yo, how's this dude like
Yeah,
moving like this every day? I just think what he'll bring to the table on both sides of football, um, it'll be once in a lifetime type of thing in the NFL, and they're not going to ignore that. Like you have to praise someone that's really going. The numbers not might be like the best for somebody on one side. Like I think Genty may have a chance, but like he get a couple interceptions and a couple receiving touchdowns. Like I think it's a lot for him.
so they split it up, right? Offense, rookie, defensive, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So
You got Oroy and D. Yeah, so I'm gonna
which
say
one do
he
you think is
goes
going to get?
defensive rookie of the year.
Okay,
Defensive rookie of the year.
yeah,
I think that'll be. Yeah, he'll have some battles though. But if he comes, he comes alive in those because he's not in a slouch conference. Like if you go D-Roy, that means you've been guarding Nico, you've been, the Josh Downs and Calvin Ridley's. Like it's not easy for him. So, but I'm gonna go D-Roy for him.
so I know at camp they've been saying he's spending more time on the offensive side of the ball. So even with that, do you think they just have him more on that side because he needs more work on that side? And he'll still be
Polish him up,
getting,
polish up your receiver game because at Colorado, not that he wasn't polished, but like he was just an athlete. He was just out there just running around doing. I think when he could help his game on offense, it's only going to help Brian Thomas as well. So like him being like a multifaceted like type of receiver, like being able to do a lot of different things from the slot outside wherever they line him up. I think if he polishes up that side of his game, he could be a dangerous player. Because I think the DB is just natural in him. Like you don't really need too much. As long as you got the footwork and the technique, it's a lot of different things at receiver. Releases. Reading coverages and where to sit in zones. A lot of different stuff compared to
yeah.
defense.
Did he do any special teams at Colorado? I didn't follow it that much
If
in
he
terms of
needed to, like he can go return a punt if he had to. Like
yeah,
I mean, I think wherever's asked of him, he's willing to do it. Like he just wants to win. So you can
yeah,
respect a player like that.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we got it on the defensive side. I think he has it already. You gotta fine tune it
Yeah.
for the league. But he will have his battles. Even in that bad division, there are still some dogs like Nico, like you
Even
said.
if he's on offense, you got to see Stingley. Like you got to go see, Snead and with with the Titans. Like you got to see some dudes on both sides of the ball. So he got
Yeah,
his work cut out for him.
yeah. I like that pick. I went offense, and I think like Cam Ward, Genty, those are the easy people to pick. But I'm gonna go with Hampton from the Chargers. I think he could have just as good of a season as
Mm-hmm.
Genty does, depending on how they use him early. I think Najee is injured or not in camp for whatever reason right now.
You can't
So
see or
like
something, right? Like it's firework
so
issue.
so he's getting all the first team reps right now. So if he's able to just hold on to that throughout the season, they didn't pick anybody up, any wide receivers up. So all they really got is Lad, the guys from
They
last
picked
year.
up
They got Mike
picked up
Williams,
Keenan yesterday. Picked
didn't
Mike
they?
Mike
Oh, they did.
Mike retired. Keenan signed like yesterday or the day before.
Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't see Keenan. So
Yeah,
that's he's not himself, but that's at least another
yeah,
kind of legitimate threat.
yeah.
It's somebody that Herbert is comfortable with already, so that's good. But I still think it's going to be run first with Herbert. So if he can take a quick step and hold on to that position, so it's not a what's the word I'm looking for when you got a bunch of different guys. But I think
Like
of
the
it.
committee. Yeah,
Yeah, if it's not
I
a
get
committee,
you.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not a committee, I think he can win it. Because I like him a lot. And last but not least, Coach of the Year. Who you think will end up winning Coach of the Year?
Mm. I feel like, I mean, like last year, I think it was like a lot of guys. It's just like, who is your top guy? Coach of the year. Wow, this is a tough one because you just don't know who's gonna be what, like who's gonna
Yeah,
do what. Um,
anybody gonna turn it around?
oh, man, turn it around and like you can, you know what? I'm gonna go. That's a good question because like, who can Vrabel do it again? I mean, he won a Coach of the Year. Like, can he do it?
He could turn the Patriots around for sure.
Yeah.
I'll get my answer where you think. I think
Go
as
ahead.
much as I don't like this guy, I think the Broncos are gonna win the division. So I'm gonna go Sean Payton.
Damn, that's a great
Um,
pick, man.
that's who
That
I would
is.
go with. I don't like the guy, but I think the work is showing, and I think Bo Nix takes a step. The defense is elite. I think they could win it. So if they win it,
Yeah.
I don't.
I think the
Unless
issue with Coach of the Year is when you're good or they don't really reward you for being good. Like I feel like
yeah,
your coach could have won it a few times. You went like 13 or 14, whatever you went like 13 and
fair.
4, 14 and 3. So they don't really look at that more. They just look at
True.
who kind of like flipped it around and you know who's going to have a great shot if they play well. I think the Cowboys coach Schottenheimer, and I like that
First
hire.
year.
No one likes it. No one likes it. But I think he's more of an X and O guys like that can get guys in places than the popularity guy.
Uh-huh.
The face everybody goes to. Um, Adam Pickens and then a couple. I love the Jadon Blue pick. If Dak is healthy, O lines, they're retooling, but like they have the weapons to do anything. And I think the defense is going to be better. I would watch out for him for Coach of the Year.
I think that's fair. I think they definitely have a chance to be good. It's all on the health of Dak. It's like every time
Yeah,
they have a legitimate shot, it's like he goes down and then things just crumble. So that's also the other tough thing about picking CD so high or Pickens too high is that you just never know with Dak. Um, but yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. It's kind of weird because now that we have the draft order, it's kind of like just sitting around waiting for another 3 weeks to go and just mocking and just trying to figure out what your strategy is. It's a
just
long
knowing that
time.
you have it was enough. It's like, yo, I need to draft for it. Now you got it. It's like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting on 10 right now. Like, man, all right, whatever.
Uh, yeah, I hit you in the text, but did we ever figure out where we're doing the draft? Did we
Yeah.
talk about
Oh,
that?
I was talking to Casey the other day. So I'm gonna do it at Buffalo Wild Wings. I
Okay.
already hit them up. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings in North Haven. Nice
Nice.
setup. I was like,
Yeah.
a lot of guys got a lot going on. I know that Saturday, mainly for the coaches too. Me, Casey, and Chance. We usually have a scrimmage that morning. So I'm like, yo, instead of you having to go crazy, like just put the Buffalo Wild Wings and then yeah, we'll just get it in. So they'll take care of us and stuff. So yeah, knock it out.
Cool. Looking forward to it. I can't wait. So yeah, season two is, I guess,
Bring that
underway.
bring that post too. We can hang the board up. Bring them
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
bring that. You gotta remind Casey he
remind
got the
me.
board too for he lose a draft pick on the day. He better have that board.
Gotcha. But yeah, good app. Good to be back. We'll start doing more as the season gets closer. So everybody wants to know
Yeah.
who's the shout out
Yeah,
now?
oh man. I'm sick, man. Yo, you know what? Nah, let me put my shit. Man, I was blindsided by I
Blindside.
I'm
That's
hurt.
funny.
I'm hurt, man. Like she posted like it was just like a day in the NBA or something. Like she was at a game or something. It's like, yo, you just got married on kids.
Well, you got to say who, because if anybody's just tuning in
Taylor
on,
Rooks, man. Like, yo, like I'm still recovering. I don't think I like the post since.
that's
She went to
funny.
like Pilates. I'm like, I can't like this. Like, yo, you're married. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Shout out Joy Taylor, man. I'm gonna keep the Taylor name around, but my
Yeah,
girl, hey, we can get Joy on the podcast. Fox Sports got rid of her. We got a home for you. Come talk to us. Come read off our draft order or something. But Taylor, hey, congratulations to Taylor Rooks. I'm hurt, but I ain't salty. So Shane better take care of her because yeah, the world is hurt as a community. But yeah, Joy Taylor, man. Yeah, I'm not off of Taylor, but yeah, we're on the Joy.
Gotcha. So yeah, definitely congrats on that. It definitely it threw me off, but I'm not as invested. But as soon as I saw, I'm like, wait,
Yo,
where did this
it was
come from?
just like I thought she was on like an NBA game or something. I was like, oh, like you, KD, Draymond. I was like, oh, they had a like, Met Gala or something. Like, what happened? Like, oh, nah, this a whole wedding.
That's
Like, under
crazy.
wraps too. Like, bro, I didn't even know. Like, yeah,
Good for
but
her.
yeah, I guess, man.
Oh man, that's funny. Good way to end. Yeah, so we'll catch another probably 2 weeks, maybe three, right before the season starts. And we'll solidify everything. We'll definitely get you after the draft, analyze that. But it's good to be back, and we will catch soon. It's another Set and Change pod.
Yes, sir.